Why is Aries sign the worst? Aries is the first zodiac sign ruled by Mars. They are both a child, the impulsive, headstrong, quick to anger, and immature child of the zodiac, and the Ram. The Ram provides them with confidence, physical vitality, courage, personal power, and potent instincts. Everyone has a shadow personality, that is, toxic or lower traits to heal and overcome. Why Aries is the worst sign is largely rooted in their shadow personality. Bullyish and tyrannical. As the only sign ruled by Mars, the planet of war and aggression himself, Aries is extremely bullyish and tyrannical. They need to be in control and can engage in a lot of unconscious projection. This means that despite being supremely self-autonomous and independent, or needing to be, they can project their insecurities into their partner and relationship. This links with the next point. Solely on the aggressive vibe, Aries is as dominant and fiery as they come, a masculine sign, regardless of gender. They use intimidation and fear tactics to get their way or to get one up on their partner. A partnership is more of a dictatorship with an Aries. It may not be a partnership at all. Aries will always be the one overpowering and seeking control, and if they're with an already selfless and self-sacrificing water or earth sign, this can be hell. They will suppress their lovers, and oppress them in any way possible. This is, of course, Aries at their worst, at their lowest vibration. Aggression, fear, intimidation tactics, verbal threats, blackmail and manipulation, frightening fits of rage and temper tantrums, and switching from fiery and excitable in a positive way to controlling and psychologically abusive are common. Of course, Aries doesn't know that they are being abusive or so brutal. They are ruled by the planet of war, after all. Yet this energy can be dangerous to both the love bond and all their other relationships. Aries has real anger problems when in their toxic, shadow personality. Number 2. Unconsciously clingy and possessive. Being unconsciously clingy and possessive is even worse than the super-sensitive and hyper-emotional water signs who know that they have this problem, at least in a superficial world. This is often ingrained in our psyches. At least water signs are aware of this shadow trait. They're always being told they're super-sensitive, hyper-emotional, clingy, sentimental. Aries, on the other hand, sincerely believes themselves to be this mighty and fiercely independent warrior or warrioress. They don't need anyone. Sensitivity is a weakness. Kindness is a weakness. Who? Me? I'm a lone wolf. Wrong. Entirely wrong, in fact. Aries is so demanding and controlling due to exerting such a strong level of personal power and autonomy that they unconsciously project their hidden wounds and unresolved trauma into their friends, acquaintanceships, and lovers. This may be referred to as trauma bonding or simply projection. Either way, Aries craves companionship and connection, yet because they have a truly difficult time accepting what it leads to the unconscious projection spoken of, they become a bully or a tyrant. So they become clingy, possessive, dramatic, prone to temper tantrums, and other childish and irrational behaviors. They may lash out frequently or project their jealousy onto their partner. Aries has a jealous and vindictive side. Being so competitive, Mars' influence, signifies an inherent need to compete with, well, everyone. Even their partner's close friends, who are clearly platonic. Again, they may be totally unconscious of it, but it's there, and it creates a lot of problems in personal relationships. This win at all costs, I always need to be number one. I am always the right one. Fire sign needs to fully embrace their shadow, also accepting that they are not as self-reliant as they like to believe, in order to transcend and innate anger and aggression problems. An Aries playing out these toxic or lower traits can make unreasonable demands, controlling who their partner sees and interacts with, and even breaking up lifelong friendships and family bonds altogether. So it's very important that they get real with themselves. They are extremely honest, after all. It's essential that they become honest with themselves if they want to thrive in love. Number 3, are you even allowed to speak? You may not be able to use your voice much at all. Aries is always talking, giving orders, or making plans. If you're a sensitive and submissive, feminine, or selfless, passive sign, it can be impossible for you to use your voice at all. You may sit there with an evil zip or face mask covering your mouth. In any way, shape, or form, literally, you won't get a word in, and you certainly won't be able to shine much. Even fellow fire and air signs who are also assertive and masculine, or yang, have a hard time making their voices heard. Aries lacks humility, and it can be infuriating. You may bite your tongue and hold back your emotions, beliefs, talents, wisdom, and feelings more often than not. It's not a very balanced relationship dynamic. Unlike signs ruled by Venus, the planet of love, sexuality, beauty, sensuality, and feminine energy, Aries is ruled by Mars. Harmony tends to be replaced by a need for conflict, chaos, and competition, winning at all costs. Aries wants to win, be the best, be number one, and come out on top. They compete with their own lovers and desire nothing more than to outshine everyone. Regardless of your own personal astrology, where your sun, moon, Venus, or rising signs lie, and everything else, Aries is so loud, confident, expressive, passionate, and arrogant that you will undoubtedly find yourself suppressed and silenced. This is why water and earth signs are typically not considered compatible when examining relationship synergy or astrology. Aries in business. Number 1. Competitive beyond fair play. An Aries who is in flow and aligned only to their own success will not play fairly. They use an excessive implementation of competition, foul play, and getting ahead at any cost. At any cost is what prevents fairness, equality, integrity, humility, modesty, and sensitivity. Believe it or not, these qualities are essential, even in business. It may shock even the most calculated and level-headed person how competitive and willing to play dirty Aries can be. Check out Sun Tzu's The Art of War if you really want to live your life in a state of battle. There are some key principles and morals that can help you get ahead in life without resorting to foul play. Apply the teachings in a metaphorical way, so you don't actually try to destroy others. Number 2, a bulldozer. Aries bulldozes their way over and through competition. But not everyone is a competition, and this is why they are the worst sign in this respect. Some people are your teammates, collaborators, and doorways to new opportunities. Some people can inspire you, Aries. Yet even when you go through life seeing every single person as your competition, it won't get you out on top. There's always someone to outdo, outshine, or push out the way, so you prevent your own self-evolution. You prevent your own professional expansion and your own self-development. This interferes with all aspects of life, from health to love and prosperity to spiritual and holistic well-being. Your lessons are therefore to learn how to truly see the difference between friends, peers, and collaborators, and real competition. Who is a potential supporter or collaborator, and who are you simply projecting on, making your enemy out of your need to always win and come out on top. You can create incredibly bad karma for yourself due to your lack of spiritual and higher perception and inability to find peace and harmony. Of course, this is not solely your fault. You are ruled by the god of war, after all. But this inherent need to always be first, always be seen as the best, always outshine, and never let anyone else speak, never give other people a chance to speak, can lead to some serious negative karmic repercussions. Learn to be more open, learn to be more considerate, learn to be more humble and sensitive. Learn to become inspired by people, even people who may have a unique and different type of soul, glow and shine. There are many frequencies, Aries, many people with many different talents. Seeing everyone as your competition can close important doors. Other people are just as talented, confident, innovative, creative, and intelligent, so you can learn a lot from not being so bullish and headstrong in both work and love. Number 3, arrogance that angers. There's nothing quite like Aries arrogance. It's so bad that even the most supremely chilled, down-to-earth, easygoing, humble, understanding, and non-judgmental person can be shocked and wowed at how arrogant you can be. This isn't a good type of wow, you know. You really need to work on this, because even people who recognize your talents will start to get triggered by you. You may find yourself annoying and infuriating a lot of people, also pushing away important supporters. Be headstrong, but don't be arrogant. Stay confident, yet lose the self-entitlement. Tune into your instinctive and spontaneous nature, however lose the impulsiveness and impatience. This can manifest as projected anger and aggression, or literally throwing a temper tantrum. If you're a lover and not a fighter, for example, if we look at Libra, the opposite sign to you, the sign of justice, fairness, equality, balance, peace, harmony, and cooperation, you will see just how many energies there are to tune into. In fact, Libra is your opposite sign, so you can learn a lot from them. It's rare to find someone without any of the above. We either have a good Venus placement, a strong Libra placement or two, and a sufficient amount of water and earth in our birth charts. So, Aries arrogance seems to be an anomaly here. Zodiac signs Aries should avoid. Aries, you should avoid Cancer, because Cancer will anger you through their silence. Cancer is the most submissive and passive sign. They're selfless and self-sacrificing. This means they will bring out your worst. Their need for peace, harmony, stability, security, and a less dramatic and chaotic environment will bring out your need for war. Everything in life involves a duality. Cancer's shadow is manipulation, just as yours is anger and a mighty temper. Therefore, there will be some major clashes. This is true in both love and business, home and work, and all other life areas. Cancer will be submissive, selfless, and timid or shy, whilst you will be forced to become a bully or a tyrant. The dynamic triangle of falling into the victim, persecutor, rescuer trap will come out in full force. This means that you will play the bully or persecutor, and Cancer will play the victim, or the one trying to save and rescue you. You're too dominant, whilst they are too submissive. You're too willful and outspoken, or direct and bold. They're naturally selfish. There's conflict and tension. You should also avoid Scorpio and Pisces for similar reasons, although these two sister signs aren't as bad for you as Cancer. Scorpio's ancient ruler is Mars, your current ruler, so Scorpio will bring a strong dose of competition, ambition, and personal power. Yet, as a water sign, their entire identity is rooted in mystery, intensity, sensitivity, fine-tuned instincts, and intuitive gifts. Let's face it, you can't stand this. Someone with the same physical power and vitality as you, yet with an extra dimension you can't access? Not a good match. Pisces is almost as self-sacrificing and submissive as Cancer, and they too will feel silenced and suppressed around you, which only brings out your inner tyrant more. In order for this to work, you will have to suppress your spirit and tone down your truth. Cancer, Pisces, and Virgo should avoid Aries. Cancer and Pisces for reasons given above, but in role reversal. Aries, I'm sorry to say, you're a real bully to them, at times, all the time. Virgo, because they are perfectionist, overly detailed, and rather small-minded. Virgo will not be allowed to be themselves at all, while Aries will feel restricted and oppressed beyond belief. Both of you will be dissatisfied, whilst wishing the other could change. If you enjoyed this guide, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and let me know if you'd like to hear the others. This is an experiment to my channel, The Dream and Spirit Weaver. Each sign has a shadow, and each sign has a light. Bringing these to light is what inspires healing, growth, and positive change.